Now then YouTube, I'm the Toff Man and welcome to Feed the Beast Interactions. We're going to skip over the part that I haven't uploaded for the last year and a half and just get straight into it, I think. Well guys, welcome to Feed the Beast Interactions. I've decided to come back and do this pack. Now, I wanted a little break from YouTube, I'm not going to lie, and life has just, has just moved on, and YouTube taken a back seat. However, I am back with Feed the Beast Interactions. Why this mod pack? Well, I know it's got Greg Tech in it and I know it's 1.12. Now, I've not played Minecraft for a good while now. There's new versions of Minecraft, there's new mods that are kicking around, and I am not familiar with these. So to get myself sort of, to whet my appetite for the new Minecraft, shall I say, I thought I'd give this a go. Now, I'm not saying that I'm going to complete the pack. I think that probably, if we have a look at the quest book here, maybe, doing one page at a time and seeing how I go is probably the way that I would like to do this pack. So without further ado then, let's start. Well, after a few information quests that we see up here, we've got our readme, which is the first proper quest in this pack. There's a few things here which basically just saying the outlines of these quests mean certain different things. So as you can see there, that is the quest chain completion. These are standard interconnecting quests, and then we've got knowledge, all that sort of stuff. Well, we need to put the book in the transmutation table to beat the pack. Nice, we will say yes to that and get that pizza soup. Now, food is going to be very important. Spice of life, I've noticed, is in this pack, which is why we've got this little lunch box. So if we actually right click the lunch box, we've got some blackberries and blueberries in there. Let's stick the pizza soup and the fairy imbued apple that we got from some of those quests inside here as well. We can shift click this and then it's open, and we just have to right click this whenever we're hungry. So it wants us to put the tome of the knowledge into here. We get leaves, we've got some saplings by the looks of things, we've got some stone. The next quest wants us to get a oak sapling, which should be pretty easy. And there we go, oak sapling achieved. We get a breaded pork chop. Food is going to be really, really important in the early game of this. I have tried this pack a couple of times. I think once I did it on stream as well. And I know that food is going to be really, really important at the start of this pack. Next, we've got to get some flint, some rudimentary tools by the looks of things, and some stone rods. I think we need 7 flint and 3 stone to be able to make these 3 items here. It wants us to use the transmutation table to get the gravel. We can do that. Ultimine you can use on the leaves, but you can't use it on the logs. I do believe that there is a quest a little bit further down, probably here, I think. There we go. And that will allow us to ultimine the entire tree. So I'm going to burn up some of these oak saplings. We've got 192. That should be enough to get us the gravel. So 3 gravel equals 1 piece of flint. So we need 21 gravel. 21 gravel has been achieved. There we've got 7 flint. We also need some cobblestone. Some cobble. And I think the normal one is here. And we just need a couple of them to be able to make some stone rods there. We get 4 for that. And we can now start making our tools. So 2 of them in there. It's a flint axe head, shovel head, and a pickaxe head. And then we've got our stone rods, so we can put these on top of the stone rods. And there we go. We've got our first 3 tools. Quest complete. We get some pineapple ham, which is nice. Let's go and grab some of this. And then we move on with hit with axe. Early on, most of your interactions will be in world. Right click with any axe in the hand on a log twice to get planks. And the reason why food is so important in this pack is this action actually takes a lot of your food. You can see it going down on the bottom right hand side there. But there we are. We have 8 wooden planks now, and a sweet potato souffle for our troubles. Looking at the quest pack, it seems as if we've got to go to this thing here, which is a water-powered saw, which will save ourselves some hunger, which would be absolutely great. And we can saw it I think sort of automatically. I've never used this, so I don't know this, but it seems as if we have to go down both of these routes to be able to get to this. We need water. We need to get the shears. So EMC production. It seems that it wants us to use the leaves there to make some EMC, and there's some other quests down here as well. Like the stone saw is still manual. But we can make planks with a stone saw, and that will also help us. So I think we're going to go down this line first. And I think it's pretty easy enough for some shears. There we go. And what we can do, we need to make sure we've got one sapling at least. So I'm going to do a little bit of farming right here. I'll be back in a second. So here we are. We can go ahead and shear all them down. Now, it does take a fair whack of your flint shears, but we got 54 oak leaves at 16 EMC a piece, which is actually really, really good. We got 914 EMC there. And don't forget, you can use sticks there. They've got an EMC of 2 as well, so we can put them into there. And we've already got 1,038 in our EMC table, which is actually pretty mad. We get a banana split for our troubles. Nice one. So from this point we get into the artisan packs, so the artisan mods, sorry, should I say. We get a basic work table and a stone mallet. This one is just a crafting table with 3 tools around it, and I believe that the stone mallet is, yes it is, it's 2 cobblestone with 3 sticks. Basic work table and a stone mallet, and that should be enough to be able to complete that quest. So this basic work table I'm actually going to pop on this side here, and the stone mallet can go in here as a tool to be used. So there we are, the quest has been done. Tuna fish sandwich and a toolbox. The toolbox can be placed next to it, and what can actually be done here is we can place tools that we would like to use in here, and it's like a stick-on inventory. It's like what Tinker's used to be. I think now we've got access to this, we may as well go ahead and make it. This is the flint axe, of course, from the quest to this left-hand side. And that will allow us to chop trees down fully. So let's give this a go. Well, not really what I was hoping for. We've got one of those massive trees. Let's use our flint axe and see if it works on this. Wow. Okay. Yes, it does. That is so much better than the way we were doing it before. So much more quicker. So here we are. We are going to make ourselves... Whoops. I wanted to make the flint first. And put that there. A couple of sticks and some stone rods, and that gives us our saw. Now, it doesn't have a lot of durability here, but it does allow us to be able to create... oh, it may actually be in here. Yes, it is. Okay, so we can get wooden planks this way, which is a lot better on our food bar than doing it this way. So we'll grab that, and as you can see, we've got 20 planks there, and the stone saw is already... absolutely knackered and of no use. It can't make any more. So we're going to be going through a few of these stone saws. There's a couple of quests actually coming up next. So we can either go the ice route, which is where we get our water from, but we've got nowhere to place our water at the moment and be able to pick that up. We may have to, I think, maybe probably dig a little space out for our water to go into. I do believe I did see when I was floating around, yes, it does have an underside to these. So what we can do is we can get our water. What I'm going to plan on doing is probably with this dirt is make a little bit of a farm area. So I'm going to pop out some of this dirt here, and I'm going to use this as my little water areas. As far as I'm aware, because GregTech is in the pack, it doesn't allow you to have infinite sources of water. So that is something that we really do need to keep an eye on. The next quest is actually asking us for some strainers. It asks for between 4 and 6 to alleviate waiting. However, I'm probably going to double this. I think I might go to 12 strainers, and that's basically so that we can get things coming through a lot quicker. I don't know with this being vivid grass whether or not this will change it to podzol, but one of the easiest ways I find to get wood in an early game thing is to go ahead and use these spruce saplings. So hopefully this will, yes it does, it grows an absolutely massive tree which will give us loads of wood, and hopefully this axe can deal with this. Sort of. It's sort of dealt with it quite well. We do need some more though. And I've created my first chest. Apparently that is a quest as well. And, ooh, we do get a wood to iron chest upgrade straight away as a reward. And there we go. Somewhere to place our mountain of stone rods we've got. just like that, we have strainer bases times 12. This was so much easier when you use spruce wood to normal wood, just because you get so much wood from one tree. So, we can only make 5 strainer bases? Oh, that's because of the stone mallet. Okay.
I just had visions. I felt really bad that I was going to make a drink and not ask you, and I thought, I didn't walk upstairs, I'd hate for him to be recording something, and I'm like, do you want a drink, babe? And you're like,
And just like that, 8 more stone mallets to add to the collection. We should be alright now. I don't think we needed 8. I think that's pretty much overkill. But I'd rather have over than under, that's for sure. So we'll pop that into there. And that one will give our 12 strainer bases. Okay, so the quest is now asking us for survivalist, 1 survivalist strainer and 1 survivalist strainer dense. We're going to go with 6 of each. I think that will be good. For the moment, I think there's another type of strainer made out of sugarcane, but we don't have a sugarcane yet, so we may as well make the most of it and grab 6 of each of these. And just like that, 7,000 shears. And that'll make all the plant fibres in the world that we're after. And of course, we could just dip in here with our EMC and just grab a load more grass. And I've just put the grass back in the transmutation table because I know what I'm doing. So 6 of these. I didn't realise it gave 2 per recipe, so that's pretty good. And 6 of these nets. There's our survivalist strainers, all 6 of these. Get all 6 of them as well. Well, that was much easier than I was expecting there. We've got some leftover twine as well. I'm just going to stick that in here. I'm going to grab a chisel out of here because I want to actually try something with some cobblestone. I want to use the cobblestone, but I want to try it. So I can't remember how to use this thing. Yeah, so we right-click in there, we put the chisel in there, and yes, we do get all the different types of cobblestone in there. So it can at least make our little base look a tiny little bit better. As you can see, we've got our little area now to the left-hand side of the island. I think it's a decent enough size for what we want this to do, which is 6 strainer bases and stuff like that. So I think we need 1 source block and then 6 below. We can always extend that way if we need to. So I think we might be able to place the water block at the back here. But my initial thought was water block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we may have to extend this out just a tiny bit. There we are. That will definitely be big enough. Now, one of the other quests that we need is ice. So there's that. And that will get us our water block that we need. So we get stuffed pepper for that, which is always lovely. We've got our water cooler as well, so we can get our leafy fish sandwich and our efficiency meter. So you can right click on a strainer base to measure its efficiency. It would be interesting to see actually how that goes when you've got 1 water source with 6 strainers. I think it needs to be directly next to a water source to be able to be at its peak efficiency, if I remember correctly, but who knows. So it's going to look a little something like this. So we've got our strainers, 6 across here. I think this will work, but what the efficiency will be like, I don't know. We'll measure that, and if we need to, we can always make another set of these and make it down to 3. Okay, let's see how this goes then. Let's put our ice in there, break it. It will go down this way, and unfortunately, it's still a little bit too long. What we can do, however, is make a trap door. Let's go ahead and make one of those, or a set of them. And this wooden trap door, we're going to stick on the end here. And there we go. The trap door sort of works. It goes that way instead of the other way, but never mind. We're going to stick a chest here. And the reason why, we're going to pick up all of our drops from our strainers and put them in this bottom chest here so that we know what's come from where. I am going to grab this efficiency meter. So we right click on a strainer base to measure its efficiency. Minus 20%. So that is not the best. Let's have a look, see what this one is over here. So we've got minus 5, minus 23, minus 26, 29, 32, and 20. I'm not entirely sure what the mechanics are on this one. Maybe that's right next to a source block, and it's on the first one, but this one's next to each other, so we may need like spaces. Right, so 3 strainers all along here. What does this do? No, they're still the same. That is strange. It's not the most efficient setup, but you know what? It'll do. Wow, that is really dark. I think that that mod is in here that gives you like ridiculous darkness. So we've just got to watch what we're doing over here so we don't fall off. I cannot see anything. If we take some of this back, I do believe we can make torches with this by the looks of it. Yes, we can. Okay, that's going to make things a little bit easier to be able to see over here. Let's have a couple of torches right here, and I think we're going to have a couple of torches at the back. Now we can see what we're doing. I put a little staircase up the middle here. I mean, it looks nice from... Whoa, that was really close. It looks nice from this sort of angle. You can see this, we've got some sort of contraption going on over here. Our other ice block, by the way, does need to go onto there and get broken. Oh, it's by the torch block. It immediately got broken anyway. These guys, by the way, are absolutely racking some stuff up, which is nice to see. Yes, we've got minus efficiencies on some of them, but, you know, in the grand scheme of things, is it actually going to be that much of an issue? Okay, there's a few ways we can go from here. Coagulated plant balls are quite useful, though we're not growing anything just yet. I am waiting for these. So this is what I've got so far from our strainer bases, our large strainer bases, is this. From our smaller ones, or the dense ones, sorry, we've got all of this. Now, this is quite a lot of stuff, especially on the clay side of things. That's going to be useful. In fact, it's going to be useful right now. I've not got the string seed yet, so I can't do anything about that. There is another one, and that is to get one of the spiderweb saplings, which I believe is string around any form of sapling, which it is. We don't have string just yet. We need cotton to be able to get that, so... what we will do is concentrate more on this clay kiln. I think getting the first furnace set up and working our way towards this automatic saw might be a good idea. Six clay kilns will be enough for this, so there is a task completed there. We've got this one. So we need low-grade charcoal and we need 2 whittled fire sticks. Now, they're easy enough to craft. We just need some sticks. Now, we are going to go through quite a lot of these. Wow. Okay, we probably are going to use all of these, to be fair. So what we need is we need some wood, we need our little clay kilns, and we need our fire sticks. I've made a little area, as you can see, over here. It's a nice little area, if I do say so myself, guys. We're going to stick our clay kiln right here. Now, we need to set this thing on fire to be able to turn it into a charcoal block. So you right-click, you sort of... Oh, that did not work whatsoever. So you right-click and then left-click pretty much straight after it and then let go of your mouse. You just right-click. Okay, fine, that's fair enough. We need to put one of the pieces of wood in there. Now, this will go out eventually, and we've just got to keep trying this. It's going to take a while. Well, this fire actually lasted a very long time. We've got all these whittled fire sticks. We're still going to use these because next to it, as you can see, the quest has been completed now. We've done the whittled fire sticks and we've got the low-grade charcoal, and this will give us a sausage bean melt. This is great. But we need a few of these, so I'm actually going to place that down. These low-grade charcoal blocks will actually stay alight forever, so we can just set that alight once and we're absolutely fine. We don't need to wait for, you know, it might go out and we have to keep setting it on fire and putting more wood down. We don't have to do that with charcoal. It will just constantly be alight. Now, we can't burn ourselves. We could fall off into the void. But eventually we will have enough of these charcoal blocks to fill this entire row. I've got 6 altogether. I may not keep this roof, who knows. It's got to be covered from the top. I think it already is, really, because of this clay kiln, because otherwise it will just put out the fire if it rains. And there we are, 6 clay kilns, all ready and raring to go. Ah, well, in the quest down here, for if you can wear it, you can progress it. We've got flint here. So this flint, 3 pieces of flint will actually give you 16 flint blocks, which seems a bit silly because this quest up here actually requires you to make flint blocks as part of one of these recipes. Now, originally, what you would do with these flint blocks is you would create them in one of these. I think you put a block of gravel in here, and it will give you one of these. So, you know, you could, in theory, you could get to this stage without actually making the flint blocks themselves, but you can just get them from that quest. But okay, so a water-powered saw is wood, sticks, and wooden pressure plates. So let's get that. There we go, a water-powered saw blade, and that should be all we need to craft a water-powered saw. Place flowing water source block under. Chops logs into planks. Okay. Not entirely sure how this thing works, but I think that maybe it might be a good idea to put it on this side. I don't know, we may want more than one of these. It just depends on how this goes. So I'm quite happy with it so far. Okay, I've crafted this. It means I get my reward for some curried rice, which is nice. Over here, we've got the string eventually. So we've got loads of stuff that's come from our system over there, which is great. We just need to give this in. We get string for this, but also I've already got those seeds. I want to plant them in here. I was going to go ahead and make a hoe, but I have seen this coagulated plant ball does give us a dark crystal hoe here and some worms as well for our trouble. So this is really easy actually. It's just 4 saplings with a hammer to get 2 coagulated plant balls, but it does require water to do so, and that of course is going to require a bucket. Now we can use a clay bucket for this, so we're going to do that. We're going to pop this in there. We get an unfired clay bucket. We put the unfired clay bucket in here, and that will cook it up into a clay bucket, which we can then maneuver water around for us. This will allow us then to be able to take a water source block from the ice that we get and then put it into our table over there so that we can use it as part of the crafting recipes. Pro tip, always place it right next to the edge because it will always find the closest edge to go down and it will go that way instead. So there we go. We'll pop that into there, and you can see we've now got water in here. We'll put our mallet in there. We need 4 saplings. I'm just going to use normal standard saplings at this moment in time and put them in that sort of fashion, and we get 2 coagulated plant balls. I don't really need these plant balls at this moment in time, but they are very, very useful. I just want the hoe and the worms. So we've got that now, and we can go ahead and sort of change all of this area. These worms are useful, by the way. We didn't need to hoe all of that land. We could have just used these worms instead, actually. I should have really known that. So I'm going to place them on this block here, and they do a 3x3 radius, and they actually help things to grow quicker. So we're going to use them on all front 3 sort of like 9 blocks. So there's 9 there, there's 9 here, and there's 9 there. We're going to use them all on here. We're going to also take our cotton seeds now, and in fact, I'm probably going to take up these corner blocks and put sand in these corner blocks for our sugarcane to grow in. We get sand from the strainer, don't forget, but I don't know. You may be able to get it. Has it got EMC? Yes, you can get it from the EMC table as well then if you need to. I've got a couple of sugar canes floating around as well now, so we've got loads of them. We can make some sugarcane strainers, which I'll do that soon, but we may as well start growing our sugarcane up. And our cotton seeds, I think we're just going to go ahead and place them along there like this. So how the coagulated plant balls work is you get them, you right click on a plant, and it will actually extend the range of the plant. So you can see it's taken the fact that there was 4 plants around it and sort of scattered some more cotton around there. So coagulated plant balls, really, really useful early game for extending a small crop that you don't have much of. Alright, it's been a little bit of time since I was my last recording, so we've got a little bit of a change here. So I've moved the cotton over to this side, and I've got some of these lotus seeds, and the reason for that I'll tell you in a minute. So over here I do have the saw set up, and this is fully automated now. We've got plenty of spruce wood planks, absolutely more than enough to shake a stick at, pun definitely intended. If you take a look, it's here, Visual Guide to Automating the Water Saw. Now that's automating one of them. Personally, I don't think we need any more than one. I mean, this is a ridiculous amount of planks. We may need more of them in future that I don't know about, in which case I can always wangle around this little setup that we've got here. Over here, I've also automated the these things, these strainers. So you can see, like, nothing is in here. They're actually starting to get used up. So we've got under here a lot of Whoppers Mark II. So they're all fed underneath to here. And as you can see, we've got everything coming into this one chest now, all completely automated. All we have to do is put the strainers on there, and this is the stuff that we get. So in here, I ended up with lotus seeds. I don't think I've got any more because I've actually taken all of them out. Oh no, there's some from random things. And these things give you seeds that give you experience. So we're not actually at this bit yet. It's right here. We've got a couple of more quests down the line here before we can get to this. We basically... Oh, I don't think one's grown actually enough yet to be able to show you. So let's carry on with the next quest, which is basically to make infinity dust. And this is obtained by left-clicking on bedrock with flint. Under here, actually, is bedrock, I do believe. Oh, and an angel block. Nice. So... let's grab that. I don't think we need the angel block there. I don't think things are going to just disappear like that. So in here we have some bedrock, as you can see. And that, we need to smack it with some flint, and we'll get those infinity, what are they called? Infinity dust? Yeah, that's the one. And the reason why we need some of these lotus plants over here, which some have now grown, is, as you can see on the quest tooltip right here, it says it will consume 4 levels or more of EXP, and most of the time destroys the flint. So that's exactly why we need EXP levels. So that's why I've done a little bit of a farm full of these lotus things, and they actually give you a decent amount of XP, as you can see. Oh, well, it doesn't take 4 levels of XP. It seems to take... I don't know what it takes, but it is definitely not as much as it says it is. To be fair, I don't know if we need this anymore, so I'm going to actually shut this back up. Oh, the angel block. And on these clay kilns, by the way, I've semi-automated this left-hand one to make smooth stone. At some point, we are going to need smooth stone, so I've looked through the quests, and of course, this one at the end here, to be able to get to the overworld portal, we need, where is it? So we need reed, and reed actually, where is it? It can't, yes, it is that. So these need stone slabs, which of course is normal stone, and that in the middle is normal stone as well. So I've decided to just go ahead and half automate this and just grab it out as and when, because these things take an absolute age to be able to smelt things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill the rest of these up with charcoal, because in the quest here, the next one is arcane ashes, and to make these, we need some low covalence dust. In the low covalence dust, we need tiny charcoal, and of course we can get charcoal from the charcoal blocks, I do presume. Yep, charcoal, cut it up with a saw, we get some tiny charcoal. So we're going to need a little bit of that. And actually, it is a sawmill recipe, so I'll just put that through there and put another load through. Alright, so I've got enough to make 10 recipes of low covalence dust. I don't think I need this much. I think we'll go for just less than a stack, and we'll keep the rest just in case we need them for anything else. Now we have the ashes by bashing charcoal in here with a hammer. That gives us 10 ashes. I think we only needed 1 for the recipe anyway. Yeah, we did. So we need sugar now, and we need blackened spirit. So what is blackened spirit? You burn bone meal in fire, and you get blackened spirit. Okie dokie, you get bones from either a fisherman's strainer or the ground traps. Now, we haven't grown any grain, fruit or veggies yet to be able to put any ground traps down, but I've got some stuff growing now. So I'm going to actually make some of these strainers, because I've got a lot of these sugar canes, and of course we've got enough string now. We've actually run out on this side, so this is a good chance to change these over to these fisherman's strainers and wait for some bones to come in. And of course we can get bone meal from those bones, and we can set fire to them over there, and we can get what we need. Well, I do need the stone actually to create a flint mortar. And if we take a flint mortar with some sugar cane, we can get the sugar we need. Is it a shaped recipe? There it is, okay. So that will give us sugar, and of course this does have a durability meter, but I think 5 pieces of sugar should be okay. I don't think... Maybe we need a lot of arcane ashes actually, because this only makes 1 recipe of it. So I think if we go ahead and make 10 pieces of sugar, that'll be enough to give us 10 recipes of arcane ashes. Oh, these require bait. Okay, I did not know that. Let's go ahead and put some bait in these. Oh, we can actually make some of these bait pots, and it actually makes bait more efficient, as you can see. So if we go ahead and make a clay bucket, we can get rice slime balls, as you can see there, and a net, and we can create some of these bait pots, and that will actually make the bait a lot better, a lot more effective, let's say. So let's go ahead and take some of this stuff out. take the bait out for the moment. We'll make some bait pots just to make things a little bit more efficient. Right, I've decided to put a couple of worm stacks in these first 2 strainers, and that's the reason why that is, because I want bones to get the bone meal to start with, because the rice balls over here, the rice is taking forever to grow. Now, we can use the coagulated plant balls, but they don't actually make the plants grow. They just multiply the plant everywhere. So I just want... What the heck is that? Oh, it's an apple sapling. Oh, okay. Well, I could take these 2 up then and use the apple sapling probably somewhere else. I do need to make a dedicated area for probably some dirt as well for when I do the ground traps. I'll probably extend this out and do another little bit of a farm next to it, maybe. But we're just waiting for this rice to grow. I've got enough now. 2 rice balls will make 2 rice slime balls. 2 rice, sorry, will make 2 rice slime balls. That, and of course, we put the clay buckets on there, so... If we do this is all I've got for the moment. Whoops, so we want that as a normal recipe. This is all I've got for the moment, so this will have to do. So let's plop that inside here. If we've got enough left. I don't know if we've got enough left. No. So these worms have done the business, and they've all been used. So 3, 6, so we've got 7 of each. What I'm going to do is just pop them into the first 2 here. I'm then going to use one of these bait pots, and hopefully that will make things last a little bit longer with these worms. That would be absolutely fantastic. So in here we've got 1 bone. We do need more than that, so I am going to work a little bit more. Oh, I've extended out along the back here. You can see I've got another load of dirt for some more crops. We do have another rice, another set of rice actually. So let's, we've only got the 1. Well, let me work on this. Well guys, originally I said I wanted to do this in 1 part. However, the episode, this is post-editing at the moment, the episode ended up being over an hour long, so I'm going to separate these into 2 different parts. So this little section here is an outro, and then of course we'll be coming back in a couple of days' time for the second part, which will definitely get us out and finishing the first page in the quest book. Guys, I would really appreciate if you left a like on this video to show some support for the series. It's a new series. I'm hoping that we do well in it. Again, like I said at the start of the episode, I don't envisage that we'll complete this pack, but I'll certainly take it 1 page at a time and see where we go. Something else might pop up that we fancy playing, but fingers crossed, because I do love Greg Tech and I do love the premise of this pack. Guys, until next time, thank you very much for coming, and as always, stay safe.